We're going to go back to the beginning like we like to do in these interviews, and I want you to start by telling me how you met Ime, because you were very young.
I was very young. First met Ime, I think I was 17. I was in high school still. He had an AAU team and he recruited me to play for his AAU team. So yeah, he was in the NBA at the time and I was in high school. So it was cool to have somebody from your hometown that played in the league that would like come back and play with us and work out with us. So
it wasn't just you, it was also Rockets assistant coach Mike Moser. What are your memories from that AAU team?
We had a lot of fun. I'd say that for sure. That's when I first met Mike. It was in high school. We went to different high schools, but we used to work out every day after school together. And we both played for Ime's AAU team, so we've known him for a long time. I definitely credit both of those guys with just my development overall. Like they had a huge impact on me. So
the way that Ime coached your AAU team and the way he coaches the Rockets team, what are the similarities there?
I mean, I'd say it's a little different in that, like, lead by example at the time. Like he was playing, so a lot of it was like helping us build habits of like to try to get us to where we wanted to go. We wanted to play in college and hopefully the NBA, and he was kind of helping us with that and mentoring us along the way. So it's a little different, but he's definitely had an edge back then, like kind of like how he has now, and he tried to instill that in us. So
there is what Ime has said and others have said, a gritty, grimy Portland mentality. But what is that Portland strong mentality that you guys have brought to this Rocket staff? I
mean, I'd say just competitiveness overall. I know Ime, as a player, he valued, and was his identity was intelligence and toughness, like those things. That was his identity as a player, and I think that's something that he really cares about as a coach. And then I know he values that in his teams, players, and that's what we try to instill in our team. So,
you played at both USC and St. Mary's. What did you learn playing internationally when you took that next step and played professional basketball?
Yeah, I would say overall discipline. You learn a lot of habits in college, but then when you get overseas, a lot of that is your responsibility as far as like getting ready and preparation for games and being a professional and doing that. So I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it was probably fun at St. Mary's too. You played Jock Landale.
Yeah.
One of the staff members, Aaron Bright, was there at the time. How cool is it to have two of those St. Mary's guys here with you at the Rockets?
It's really cool. I've known both those guys for a really long time. Aaron's from Seattle, I'm from Portland, so we grew up playing against each other. And then he actually played at Stanford and I played at USC. So we played against each other, and then we ended up both transferring to St. Mary's. And then Jock was a freshman when we were seniors. So I still remember Jock's first time visiting campus and his first open gym session with the team. So it's funny to know people for so long and also to get to work with them now. So like I'm really fortunate.
Let's talk a little bit about your coaching career. Like a lot of these Rocket staff members, you started with Greg Popovich, San Antonio Spurs. What was that like to start under a bona fide legend?
Yeah, I'd say great example just in general, like just being a fly on a wall, like a lot of the meetings. It's definitely an environment there where they teach you to grow and you get a good sense of like how things should be. And then eventually you grow and you put your own philosophy and your own spin on it. But I feel like I'm very fortunate to have the foundation of like working for him and being in the video room there. And not just him, but there are a lot of great coaches there and assistants and staff members that I learned from. So I definitely give credit to them in my development.
And I'm sure you developed a lot when you coached in Boston under Ime Udoka. You followed Coach Udoka to Boston. What was that time like there for you?
It was fun. It was basically all the stuff I had learned and the habits that I learned and the foundation I had that I developed in San Antonio working for Pop, I was able to kind of implement, and it was very hands-on when I was in Boston. So yeah, I got to put a lot of the stuff I learned in the video room into practice and kind of develop my voice and coach and work with players. And I learned a lot from the guys in Boston as well, like that staff. So unfortunately, I got to learn two different places from different people and get like a wide variety of experience.
Not only did you transition and move to Houston, but you moved to the front bench, which is a big deal. What's been the biggest difference this year being a member of the front bench for the first time?
I mean, your job as an assistant is to assist the coach. So just especially with somebody that like Ime, who I've known for a long time, I want him to be successful, I want our team to be successful. So I feel like I want to do what I can to help that. And so like there's a sense of responsibility that I feel, and I want to do a good job. So a lot of it is just preparation and organizing and helping out as much as I can.
A lot of people watching this might not know what goes into being a front bench coach in the NBA. Can you kind of describe your day-to-day duties?
Day-to-day duties, a lot of it is film study and like preparation. A lot of times we're watching the opponent that we're about to play. A lot of that prep starts about 2 weeks out. We're watching a lot of film and seeing how other teams played against our next opponent, and then we're kind of developing a game plan. And that's like the style of our staff. And Ime, he trusts you or the coach whose job or scout it is to kind of put together a game plan, and we kind of hash it out as a group. And we go from there.
Why would you say you got into coaching?
Honestly, probably Ime and my high school coach. Like, I had a really good crew of like mentors and coaches growing up, and they had a huge impact on me. When I was younger, I just cared about playing. I just wanted to play, but I knew that once I was done playing, coaching would be something I'd be interested in, just because I knew the impact that those guys had on me, and I wanted to hopefully be able to do that for somebody else someday. That's honestly why.
Where did you see certain Rockets players, maybe that you work with a lot, grow this year?
I would say that they accepted the challenge. It was very different, different year, different staff, different system. And it was cool to see them so willing to be coached and want to be challenged and want to push, and they were hungry to win. So just that overall hunger, I'd say, and then just accepting that challenge and rising to the occasion. Like, I think we set a standard and a high bar, and I think our guys like met it and exceeded it in a lot of areas. So I'm really excited about next year as well.
What does your summer look like? Because you have a background in player development,
Yeah.
right? So what does your summer look like as far as developing players and helping them reach
Yeah.
their potential?
So we're doing a lot of like group workouts right now. Our other development coaches and staff, they're doing a good job of putting together a plan for each of our guys. And so we're just following through with that this summer. And then also, like, I'm coaching summer league. So just kind of having some carryover just from the summer workouts and then bringing it over to Vegas and hopefully improving.
It's going to be a great opportunity. What are you looking forward to most about that?
Just continue to build relationship with the guys. So that, and yeah, just getting out there and growing and pushing our guys and pushing myself. So
What would you say this coaching staff accomplished first year?
first year would be establishing an identity, like just as a team, as a culture, just establishing like a baseline so we know we can build and go forward for years to come.